I did it again. I got lost in the sauce, went on AliExpress and bought a whole bunch of crap. I have a problem. There's got to be a name for this or a rehab center or something, but it doesn't matter now. Time to make another video of a bunch of crap I bought on AliExpress. Now, I did do a live stream where I let you guys spend $500 of my money on AliExpress stuff. That's a separate video and is going to be the third and final video in this saga. So let's just dive right into it. No more introduction. It's stuff from AliExpress. So first thing, the M.2 to dual gigabit Ethernet controller card. This goes into your M.2 slot in your motherboard, and then you run a cable to this, which is a dual 1 gigabit port. So why would you want something like this? Well, you can slide this into any of your PCIe physical slots that don't have an actual connection, and then run this to an M.2 slot, and then run the cables, and boom, you don't have a wasted slot in your case. All right, looking in here, you'll notice that I have a 16X slot here, and then there's nothing under it, assuming you're going to use a dual slot GPU. But if you have a single slot GPU, then this is basically nothing. This slot can do nothing. There's no physical PCIe slot here. So in this case, what we could do is put the M.2 slot, as you can do here. Okay, that is a tight fit if you have a card underneath it. Yeah, I mean, you can see that it fits, but these are very tight with the card underneath. And then you take your M.2 and you put it right there, like so. And now you don't have to waste a slot. You can use your open M.2 to have a dual 1 gig connection. If you want to use that for virtualizing a router or whatever, you can do it. Honestly, pretty cool. I don't know how much I paid for this. Let's see. $20. $20, not bad. I mean, if this fits your niche, $20 isn't bad. So yeah, a pretty cool little product. Oh wait, it does have a half height. If you need a half height bracket, it comes with that. Okay, moving on. I'm fairly certain I know what this is. Let's get this out of the way. What could this possibly be, Brett? Is it a stick of gum from China? No, I don't want to die. I'm pretty sure I paid $2 for this. An adjustable GPU support bracket thing. So you just unscrew it. Is it magnetic? Yeah, it's magnetic. Okay. Do I really have to demonstrate this? I guess so. Like, oh no, look at how much this is sagging. Good thing I have my $2 support bracket and it's too big. I think they have different sizes, but this one's too big. So if you have a mid tower, maybe get the smaller one. I paid like nothing for $2.65. Whatever. They have sizes and they tell you the exact measurements. So it actually feels nice. Like I have no problems with this, especially for $2.65. Let's move on to something that is a bit more exciting. Voila, thin client. So this has the potential to be pretty cool. So what this is a little Linux ARM-based thin client that you'll use to connect to servers and whatnot, workstations. People can just use these tiny little low-power devices. You plug in a monitor and a keyboard, and it kind of acts like a computer, but this is going to remote into other workstations. So that's what it does. And it has mounting, I assume, for VESA. No HDMI. We have LAN, microphone, speakers, 4 USB ports, and power, and then of course VGA. Okay, a couple of things. It actually does have an HDMI plug. It's on the side, so that's good. I got it set up. I'm recording here now. I'm looking at it. It looks like the recording's a little laggy. It's not actually laggy. It's actually really smooth, but my recording doesn't like it. Maybe I can stop it and try again. Yeah, I mean, welcome to using the new Snapdragon Windows Surface laptop. So, okay, as you can see, this is the interface. This is what you get when you plug it in. There's some very simple settings up here for display, login, your network connections. I have this on a VLAN with another Windows machine that I've set up here, and it's pretty basic. You just set the host name, the IP of your Windows or Linux machine, and then you just set your username and password here, and that's kind of it. And when you log in, bada bing, bada boom, we are into our Windows machine. And that's the whole point of this thing. You can use this tiny thing that's only using 2.5 watts to have a full interface with a monitor and keyboard to remote into other workstations around the office or whatever. And I mean, this is decent. You're not going to have like hardware acceleration or anything, but for an office where you're just working on spreadsheets and stuff, this is perfectly fine. It's fine on here. The recording kind of makes it look worse than it is. Like I see tearing and stuff, but there's no tearing at all. It's actually pretty smooth. There is maybe a tiny bit of lag, but again, you're not gaming on this. You're not running intensive graphical stuff, but for just remoting into workstations, this is actually pretty solid. So to disconnect, we just go in here, disconnect our session, and we're back to the interface. And you can set up all your different hosts here. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention before I tell you guys the price. It wouldn't work with my all-in-one Logitech keyboard mouse thing, and then it also wouldn't work with my Logitech MX3 wireless mouse. So I have this super cheap Logitech one that works, and then I have this guy, which is another AliExpress purchase. So this is a 2-in-1 combo meal review. So this is the ZU Lang K68 wireless mechanical keyboard, 2.4 gig and Bluetooth. So it's a tiny keyboard. It feels decent. It's plastic, but I mean, it doesn't feel super cheap. The big thing I noticed that kind of sucks is that it's wireless, but check this out. Batteries, AAA batteries, man. Like no USB-C, no internal battery for charging. Manual on and off, which I assume it has just like a timeout where it'll go to sleep. So I have the 2.4 gig in here and it works, but I'm no keyboard expert. I actually had Keychron reach out to me wanting me to review one of their keyboards, and I was like, I'm not a keyboard guy, but I am buying a cheap mechanical keyboard. So this is their lmao X5 A3. It's red backlight mechanical keyboard with brown switches. This is like their entry-level mechanical keyboard. I think it's like $50. It feels fine. Honestly, this has a bit more heftiness than this. But, I mean, I've been using Keychron keyboards for a while. This feels snappier. This definitely feels like a better typing experience. But this isn't bad. I mean, obviously it's a smaller one, so... Oh God, I'm typing on here. I mean, this feels perfectly fine. Let's do a type racer. Okay, well, I'll put my scores on the screen here for when I actually plug this into a real PC. One thing about the Keychron though is that actual USB wired, it is not wireless, which I am okay with for certain cases, but if you like wireless, this is fine. And if you don't mind batteries, honestly, for how much did I pay for this? Okay, the thin client was $40 and the 60% wireless keyboard was $20. So for $20, this is decent. I mean, they do include extra switches, which is crazy for $20. Not bad. I mean, this is obviously a better typing experience. So it's up to you. Okay, next. What is this? Before we begin, let me show you the actual size of this. This is a super wide inch monitor / screen. Here's the size of it compared to my hand. How about we do it like this? Compared to my hand. Okay, now look at the picture on AliExpress. They make this look so much bigger than it is. Obviously they put the actual size in the heading, or in the title. So it's not like they're deceiving you or anything. It's just comical. It has Type-C power and HDMI. So it's not even a one plug. You can't just use USB-C for power and video. Like there's no way this is just gonna scale properly. It doesn't even look like it's on. 480 by 1920. Where do I set the resolution? It won't let me change the resolution of the screen. It won't let me, it won't work. I can try a different computer. Framework time. Okay, I mean, it's working now, but only when I used a USB-C to HDMI adapter. It works. It's kind of cool. So in the instructions, they have this whole like import template for AIDA64, but I don't know where I'm supposed to import the template from. Apparently that template gives you like a really nice or UI for all your stuff based on this exact screen size. But I don't know. I assume it works if you can find the template. I'll let you know if I found it later here. Okay, so I got it working. This is the trial version, but apparently you can just import any AIDA64 template. And there's a lot out there in different resolutions. So if you just find one in the resolution of the screen you want, you can simply just import it. Some of the things aren't working because this is a virtual machine on this mini server rack. Video coming soon, but yeah. This actually makes it worth it, I think. Pretty decent. I mean, if I can get it working, it has like VESA holes in the back for mounting. This isn't bad. It really isn't, especially for, how much did I pay? Okay, never mind. Holy shit. I paid $56 for this. Yeah, for $56, probably not. If you really need this specific size for monitoring, then I guess it's not bad. I mean, the screen's very bright. And it's IPS, so at all angles, it's actually pretty solid. Like there's no color distortion or anything. So it is a decent screen, but damn, for $60, I don't know. Moving on, 2 things left. Uh-oh. So this was, pretty sure I remember it was $10. And what this is, it looks like nail clippers, but it's not nail clippers. I mean, it might be. No, it's not nail clippers. So this is a cage nut installation tool. So if you've ever worked on a server rack and used cage nuts to mount hardware, some of them can be a huge pain in the ass. Now I do use rack studs that work pretty well, but if you have like heavier stuff that requires cage nuts, you have to use those. And in some cases they are a huge pain. So if this works for $10, I think this is a solid buy. So I'm gonna go downstairs and try it out. Okay, so I've never used one of these, but I assume this is how it works. So you take your little cage nut, put it in there like so, and push it in, and that doesn't work. Okay, apparently you like really have to squeeze it, like really give it the beans, and it's adjustable. But, I mean, it's not any easier. This is a pain in the ass. Like, I could just use my fingers. And we're in. I think this is going in a drawer to never be used again, if I'm being honest. Okay, wow. Yeah, that was great. And the last thing is, oh God, yeah, okay. 0% chance this thing is any good. So this is a smartwatch charging case, wireless charging. You can tell it's trying to copy a certain other brand for sure here. So clearly we're going for a type here. That's obvious, right? Quality is not bad. I mean, just holding it, it doesn't feel like a piece of shit. I paid, I think, $4 for this. So I was fully expecting a plastic toy with like a sticker. Same band style. Are you serious? The band doesn't, can you see this? The band doesn't have holes in it. There's spots for holes, but it doesn't go all the way through. Yeah, there's no, oh, okay. I guess you just kind of punch through like that. Okay, that didn't work. All right, let's see if this thing even turns on. Okay, swipe to, okay. So you can swipe for different faces. And surely it does other things, right? Press the button. Oh, look at all these apps. Ooh, okay. Okay, the heart rate monitor works. Okay, I guess that's the clock. So Earth. Oh, English. I don't even know how to connect it to my phone. You would think that would be like a main thing. Oh, settings? No, apparently it's not in the settings. Dude, I don't know. I mean, okay. It was like $3. So for $3, it's better than I thought it was gonna be. If you want something to tell the time, I guess it works. I don't know if you can even change the time, honestly. There's gotta be somewhere to change the time, right? I don't know, okay. So for $3, it works. Don't buy this. All right, that's everything. With the winners and losers of this obviously is a piece of shit, but I only paid $3, so it's not that bad. The GPU bracket, I mean, it's metal, quality's good. It didn't fit in my case, so buy the small one if you have a mid-tower case. This was fine, especially for $3. The $20 dual 1 gig NIC that is from your M.2 slot. I think this is solid. In the right use case, you know who you are. I like this. The cage nut installation tool may have been worth it, $10. The screen, $60, no. Under very tight niche circumstances, maybe. The thin client, I actually like that. For, was it $40, I think? Actually pretty solid. If you need a thin client, it drew like 2 watts of power. Actually worked. Pretty solid. So I could recommend that. I think that's it, right? Am I missing something? Oh, the keyboard. The keyboard was fine. It was wireless, but it does take battery, which kind of sucks. But if you need a tiny wireless mechanical keyboard and you only have 20 bucks, sure. Another pointless ass video, but I kind of enjoy doing these things. They're pretty fun. But that's it. If you liked it, drop a like, subscribe if you want to see this one more time, hopefully. And I want to give a huge shout out to my YouTube members and my Patreons. You guys are my AliExpress purchase. That's actually just so useful. So useful. You guys are awesome. And if you're still watching, you're this watch. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.